Okay, so I was playing Pokemon Showdown and I came across this dude. He called me a hacker and then immediately called me Trump afterwards when I said I am not a hacker. So I I'd just like to show you this replay. Um yeah. So anyway, it begins with me sending out Lickilicky and him sending out Spectrier, which is by the way broken. And he switches out to Shuckle, expecting me to knock off, I guess. And then I switch to Zygarde. I don't I don't know what I was expecting, but I got toxic. So I go for a coil so that I could do enough damage to actually take Shuckle out, and I managed to get a crit. So use knockoff, and I just keep using Thousand Arrows because that's my best move. And Regigigas comes in. I know it's gonna go for protect, so I just let Zygarde die because it has no use. Anyway, I sent out Heatran, and I didn't know this, but um, air balloon prevents you from getting touched by hazards. So I guess that's cool. Anyway, I go for a toxic because I wanted to really get rid of Regigigas because it's stall. So I switch to Sea King, flip turn. They go in DD, and then expanding force almost takes me out, but I knock off. And here, I was actually expecting them to send in Spectrier, but no, they send in Jinx and use Ice Shock. I'm like, okay, and send out Heatran. And Kingdra comes out, of course. I just Lava Plume. That was a crit. Then I switch into Lapras because I just realized I had Water Absorb. So yeah. Anyway, Regigigas comes in and I Ice Beam, not expecting it to switch. But then I Toxic here, and then yeah, I switch into Heatran, but he gets a body slam off and I get paralyzed. So I was just like, oh no. So I go Earth Power, and then I go Earth Power again, but he goes Draco Meteor, expecting me to switch to Lapras. But no. I stay in because Heatran is, paralyzed. So Spectrier comes in, and I need to deal with this. So I Dynamax. He substitutes. I Max Quake so that I can become really annoying for Spectrier because it has such a wonderful ability, not at all broken. And I just keep Max Quaking until this point where I Max Flare. Oh, and a spoiler for this. I actually accidentally forget that Jinx has dry skin, even though it takes dry skin damage, because I like to just click the skip animation stuff. Anyway, it goes for Shadow Ball, keeps going for Shadow Ball, but I Lava Plume and defeat it with another crit. Then they send out Jinx, Focus Blast hits and takes Heatran out, and then Electric Fire comes in, right? And I guess they decide to Dynamax, not wanting me to KO it. I go Flamethrower, does more than half health while Dynamaxed. Anyway, I just switch to Lapras and go for Protect. So that a Max Mindstone doesn't do that much. And then here's the big oof point. So Focus Blast misses, right? I go Sparkling Aria, but it misses. I mean, it gets absorbed by Dry Skin. So I'm like, oh, I Toxic, and so now they're both toxic, right? Focus Blast misses again. I use Ice Beam, and now that's basically it for Jinx. Now, Lickilicky comes in, and I don't know why I didn't go for Protect, but he says, Hacks are gonna hacks to win. Wait, what? Jeez. With not even low ladder. But anyway, I wish he gets a super effective and a critical hit, so I go for Protect, because obviously. And then, I get it. I get the wish. Regigigas comes in, and I'm like, well, I better knock off. And I'm like, what? Because I just realized what he said. And so I knock off his leftovers. I still have my leftovers. And then he said, you know it. I'm just like, well, but I outstalled the stall in Pokemon. I was like, just because you missed one Focus Blast. I actually didn't realize he missed like two. And then I get, this, and it's just stall. And he says, please count. And that's a bit salty, but I didn't count. Anyway, he says, anyway, I say, that doesn't mean I'm hacking. And he's like, learn the meaning of hacks and how to count. Oh, jeez, I forgot to read his stuff in different voice, but then I was like, people call it focus miss for a reason. And he's like, are you Trump? Question mark. Oh, and I just say this. He says, learn to count by, and I'm like, first of all, Trump is gay. Not to get political or anything, but Trump is gay. I just said that, and then they left, and like always, I say lol at the end.